Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a very special reading for you. I'm actually quite excited about it. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. So thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels. Oh, there we go. We have the Hangman, the Two of Wands, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Oh, the Sun at the root of it all. I love that for you. The Four of Pentacles. I like that in the past. That's nice. The Page of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. Interesting. Angels and spirit guides. The Ten of Wands, the King of Swords, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Oh, and the Six of Cups. Okay, this is really nice. Well done. All right. So at the heart of everything is the Hangman. So let's state what this reading is all about. This is about Neptune in retrograde. This is about the end of a 165-year cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, a new energy in our lives that is extraordinary, brilliant, and powerful. So what we're going to see here is that Neptune goes into retrograde in Pisces on October 22nd. So the end of Libra time frame, right? So what we're going to see during this time is that as Neptune re-enters into Pisces, right, we are dissolving the illusions that have kept us from our divine truth. Okay? So this is huge. This is a big deal. This is powerful because Neptune has been in retrograde in Aries. Okay. And it has been in retrograde in Aries. It hasn't been in retrograde in Aries since the late 1800s. Like, it just hasn't. And so this energy of Neptune, which is the ruler of imagination and spirituality and oneness and divine inspiration, kind of like our dream self, right? Neptune is the ruler of the unseen world, enters into Aries, the power of the seen world, coming together, colliding together. And it brings forward this beautiful sense of like, I can do this, right? Because Aries is the energy of selfhood and courage and intuition and determination and focus. So we have that energy, and then we have it stepping back again, going retrograde into Pisces for the last time in our lifetimes. And what we're going to see is that we're closing a chapter. We're letting go of illusions, delusions that we have had for ourselves, that others have spoken over us. And it's the Hangman coming in, Virgo. And what we're going to see is the Hangman is that we're looking at our lives. We're looking at ourselves differently. It's a spiritual awakening. You know, here it is finding yourself in a different world. And we are finding ourselves in a different world, energetically speaking. It calls to your soul, your passion, and yourself. You're looking at your world. You're looking at what you want differently than you have seen it before. And as you do so, you're setting yourself free. You're embracing your ideas. You're looking at where it is that you want to be. But you can also feel left out. You can feel different. You feel like you've been putting on masks, kind of like, you know, in the Phantom of the Opera, the song Masquerade is coming to mind. You know, masquerade, and just like put on this mask, let nobody see you. And you feel like you've been doing that. And now you're shattering that mask and you're like, no, I don't want it. I don't want the illusion. I want to see what's really there. And it might be so different than what you had thought, where you had thought you would be, how you thought things would move forward, what you thought you wanted. But it's like, oh, but this is grounding. This is what I need. This is what I want for myself. Now the challenge is opening up the door. And the challenge is opening up the door and then looking into the future, because she's holding the crystal ball, right? So she opens up the door, right? She looks towards the horizon, and then she looks even further out. Now, we can get caught up in a couple of things. We can be looking way too far out, right? We can be looking, you know, where do I want to be 10 years down the road, this year's down the road, that year's down the road, and it's overwhelming. Step by step is going to be really important here, Virgo. Step by step, going slow and calm, letting yourself unfold things. I'm seeing like a pomegranate open up, like a sense of like taking out the seeds and seeing what it is that you want. But like each action stains our fingers, right? Each action leaves a mark on our soul and where it is that we want to be. So the challenge is to look at the future as we open up the door today to say, what do I want? Where am I going? What am I searching for in my life? Like, what do I love? Where is it that I want to be? What is it that I want for myself? And for those that I care for, that I love, and that love me. And it brings us then to the sun, the happiest card in the whole entire deck. And this is joy and prosperity and success and bounty. At the root of it all, you're letting yourself shine. At the root of it all, you're seeing what it is that you deeply desire. Now, Neptune going into Pisces, okay? Pisces is our sister sign, right? And it brings out the best, it brings out the worst in us. And what we're going to see, like as sisters do, right? And what we're going to see here is that it is letting us dream in a way that isn't practical, in a way that doesn't have the rules around it, but it's letting us dream. It's letting us open our hearts. It's letting us open our souls. It's letting us see what it is that we want. What have we taken on that were other people giving us a side eye and saying, oh, you can't do that. I can't do it. What makes you think you can? And you internalize that. You internalize the, well, I'm so much smarter than you. You know, what makes you think you can have that dream? Or be so confident that that dream will be a reality? And the thing is, it doesn't matter how clever you are. Gumption, determination, focus, that has a lot to do with it. Heck, even luck, is a player in things. And what we have here is a sense of seeing what it is that you want, Virgo. How it is that you're breaking out of convention and rules. Not breaking the rules, not doing anything, naughty or bad. What you're going to see here is that you're looking at things and saying, when did I trim my own wings, right? When did I say I couldn't fly? And it could have been like the fear, like Daedalus told Icarus, like, do not fly too close to the sun. The wings, the feathers are held down by wax, right? When he created the wings so that they could have their freedom. But Icarus, being impetuous and young, he flew. He had freedom for the first time and he flew too close to the sun. And then he fell. And he landed in the river and was lost. Whereas Daedalus, he flew lower. He had learned his lessons. And he was free. And here, what we're going to see, and what we see with the Four of Pentacles, is it's not the thing of like not to dream, not to fly high, right? But it is, what vampiric energy are you holding on to that has been draining you and overwhelming you? Now this is leaving. You're not having to deal with this all the time anymore. But it's also giving you headaches. It's giving you stomach aches. It's made you feel overwhelmed. It's made you doubt the way that you move forward, what you want, what you're looking for. And now you're saying no more. No more. And also, there was also a sense of like having very poor boundaries. And it drained you. It overwhelmed you. There was a sense of like, I could give to everybody. But then you had nothing to give to yourself. And it moves us then to your strength during this time, which is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have a very strong fire sign energy in your life or in your chart, but this is a time where you are a student of your passion, your fire, your determination, your focus, your insight. It's like being a little kid and being overwhelmed, right? Oh my gosh, there's so much to learn. Like I have to learn how to read a book. I have to learn how to write my name. There's so much. And then like once you start and it's like the ball starts to roll and you're like, oh, I got this. Oh, I could do this. Oh my gosh, look at this. I got that. And now, okay, I don't have to read the boring books at school. I can read comic books. Like I can have this world open up to me. Look at all the dinosaurs that I'm learning type of deal. And here you're having messages come to you from spirit. Now there's a bit of fear. There's a bit of overwhelm. There's a bit of doubt there. But there's also a sense of wanting to do things really, really quickly, as all children do. When I was younger, I just wanted to be a savant. I just wanted to be so absolutely gifted at things that nobody could argue with it. And that never happened. I had to work quite hard at everything. And that's also a lesson that is learned as a student, that sometimes you do have to work very hard at things that can tend to come very easily to others, if not everybody else, it feels like. This is a time where you're connecting with childlike innocence, to the passion that gets you out of bed in the morning, to your fire, to your determination, to your focus, to your insight. But you're going to be asking questions. And you're going to be asking questions like a kid. Like some people will be like, well, how don't you know that? Don't stop asking questions. Don't stop being curious. Don't stop diving deeper into things. That's going to be like mother's milk. Like that's going to be the thing that keeps you going, that inspires and guides you. And it moves you then to the near future, Virgo, which is the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is hard work and dedication, determination, focusing on the details. Okay, robins are going to be I just hear it as like a light of the heart, which is a very interesting way of putting it. They're going to have some inspiration to you during this time. Okay, the cat that's sitting here, I see it as somebody sitting by you as you work. Now this could be in the spirit realm. This can also be an animal or even a person that sits, but like, okay, this person, if they sit by you, if this is a person, like they're quiet like a cat. Like they tend to have the characteristics of a cat, where it's like, I'm here, you may worship me, now I'm going to go, okay? Type of thing. So just be aware of that. I think that's very funny. But you're working hard, you're dedicated, you're diligent, you're determined, and you are also honing your craft. You're putting in your 10,000 hours. You're embracing what it is that you want. And you're also figuring out what it is that sings to your heart, because there's something here where you're going to be doing a shift. Things are going to be changing. And as things change, you feel inspired. You feel emboldened. You're also going to be thinking outside of the box. That's why like doors are opening. And this here is like keeping you in the box, and you don't want to be in the box anymore, Virgo. But it is hard. Sorry, I'm getting excited. I do apologize if I'm talking too fast. There is a sense of like a fear to jump, right? A fear to break with convention. And yet as you follow your heart, as you say, this is my soul, myself, it doesn't mean that you quit your job and join the circus, right? Though I'm not saying nobody should. If you have a proclivity and you can be like, circus Olay, here I come, you've got it, right? But like the old adage is, it's always easier to find a job with a job than without one. So here, don't be hasty into things. Build things up, but you're going to be seeing what you truly want now. You're going to be looking at divine truth. And as you look at divine truth, you're going to be seeing a lot of nonsense, that has held you back. Just the Five of Wands, like pettiness, chaos. And the pettiness and the chaos, the nonsense might be a big deal, right? It can be, oh my gosh, I went through the nonsense of a divorce, which, is like a big deal. Like I went through the nonsense of losing everything. Nonsense sounds like it's diminishing it, but it's the nonsense of the world. It's the chaos that the world throws us into. That spirit is like, oh my gosh, human beings, if you could just, kind of like, get things straightened out, you could have so much going for you. And you have so much going for you, Virgo. And it's clearing away the chaos. It's not being pulled into the world's chaos, which is so easy to do. It is so easy to do. And as you're pushing away the chaos, and also as you're calling it out, you're like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not playing that game anymore. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, burnt the t-shirt, did a whole cleansing ceremony around that. Don't want it. It moves us then to the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is the environment of, I've been carrying burdens. I've been weighing myself down with my responsibilities, others' responsibilities. I have been overwhelmed. And now I'm releasing. I'm releasing what I don't want. I'm freeing myself. And as I free myself, I'm able to create. I'm able to cultivate what I desire, what I'm looking for within myself. I'm opening up those doors. And as you're opening up those doors, Virgo, the hope and the fear is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is fierceness. It's knowledge. It's knowing. It's determination. It's focus. It's insight. It's I am building this kingdom off of the force of my will, the dedication of my soul, and the determination of my spirit. No one and nothing is holding me back. And there is such a sense of insight, such a sense of focus, such a sense of understanding coming forward. And yet there is a fear of what if it all goes south, right? What if it all falls apart? What if it does? But the bigger what if is what if it doesn't? What if you embrace the King of Swords? And not in that way that some people have, where they're know-it-alls and they use their knowledge against you to make you feel small and stupid and worthless. We've all know those people. And we don't like them. We're like, no, thank you. Not in my energy sphere. You're embracing your voice. You're embracing your mind. But there's a sternness here. And it's not a sternness of anger. It's a sternness of focus. It's like, I'm focusing. Don't bother me right now. What if you step into that energy? And the hope is to step into that energy. embracing your mind, embracing your voice, embracing the wisdom that you have collected over your lifetime and the lifetimes that have come before, and building something creatively beautiful that shines for the time that you are here. Having the past and having the present guide you forward. You can also have a very strong air sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, you can have an air sign energy that was your greatest champion, and you can have an air sign energy that was mean as heck. So just be aware of that. You can have two where it's like, I don't understand this sign. Like, some of them are so nice and some of them are so awful. And it's like, some are evolved souls and some aren't. And that is okay. Everybody's on their journey. And it brings you then to the Six of Cups. As you're connecting with your divine truth, you're going back to the energy of childhood. That's why your strength is the Page of Wands, the passion, the creativity that you had when you were small, when the whole world was open up to you. And you're like, I want, I can be. And it's not that anybody's going to hand this to you. You're still going to work hard for it, as you worked hard all your life. But it's coming back to that spark, that dream, that passion, that tenacity that opens up doors. And here, it's the wisdom and the joy of laughter, of, I know what this feels like, of celebration. And it brings us then with this energy of like, that's what I want to create. Even if you had a tumultuous past, right? A tumultuous childhood, but there was a moment of laughter. There was a moment of beauty, something that shines out, and you take that forward. I don't think, people say, I made it all by myself. I never think that's true. I always think that angels, guides, people who believe in us are scattered along our path. And sometimes it's really hard to find them. But we tend to latch on to that idea, to that connection, in a way that it inspires us. I remember when I was younger, I was at Stop and Shop. And there were these ladies, I don't know what they were talking about. I think they were around cherries. And, and they were just talking. And I was allergic to cherries when I was little. I would try to eat them all the time. And my mouth would just become so numb and like feel like cotton. It's not good. But this one lady turned to me and she was like, well, you can make anything you want. Like, you can have anything you want. And I just remember she had the whitest hair and the bluest eyes. And I still remember that to this day. And I feel like that was just that was the message coming through, right? You can have anything you want. I was like, yeah, you can. So scattered along the path, along the way, angels are coming to you, Virgo. Don't overlook them, because you're going to be like a little bit too logical, because Virgos, tend to be logical, down to earth, very grounded. Like, okay, prove it. Let the creativity, let the connection come through. You're also ruled by Mercury. There's something here that's a fear of embracing your voice, like what will come, but like what will come out if you embrace your voice, but like also what will come out if you embrace your voice? Like, what if it comes forward? I'm excited for you, actually. Let's see here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is success. Okay, that's what will come out if you embrace your voice. There we go. Success. You're welcome. That's what spirit says. Take it. Embrace it. It moves us then to your chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Clarity, the third eye chakra. Things becoming so much more clear, so much more insightful. A deeper knowing. Angels. Ooh, let me get a sip of water. Hold on one moment. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is new news. Now, this is Capricorn energy, okay? Capricorn is the time frame December 22nd to January 19th. And we come out of retrograde completely on the 10th of December. This is saying be mindful of chaos, okay? So we can kind of fall into chaos. We can be an all or nothing type of person. Either we are completely, reining everything in, or we let things just be chaotic. And we don't let them be, but things just get to be chaotic. Here, it is embracing chaos without having to control it. This is be mindful of chaos, addictions, doubts, fears coming forward and overwhelming you. Okay? It's seeing chaos. It's letting wildflowers grow, right? It's not having everything be manicured within an inch of its life like the gardens of Versailles, right? So strict and rule oriented. And it has to be this way. That's what beauty is. Let things be free. Let yourself connect with them. But do not let the chaos take over. The weeds, the doubts, the fears, the chaos, the addictions, the overwhelm. So be aware of that. Oh, excuse me. Subconscious spirit message is blossom. You're blossoming into the person that you want to be. You are also helping those younger than you, like energetically speaking, like they might not be actually like number wise younger than you, but in the realm of soul's evolution, younger than you. Connect and step into your power and step into yourself and step into their selves. You know, you're connecting with that energy. You're helping yourself blossom and you're helping others blossom. And I love that. It brings us to your subconscious chakra message, which is Earth Mother, the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below your feet. And this is connecting with the earth. It's grounding yourself. It's not feeling like things are flying away, right? It's embracing the grounding, but not the rigidity. That's what we want to be very mindful of. It's being so rigid that we break and then it lets in the chaos, right? Because everything crumbles. Here, it's embracing the grounding, the steadiness, the prosperity that is you. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. And that's the Wheel of Fortune. Be mindful that the wheel, like things are changing, right? But it's not done yet. The circle isn't closed. So more change is coming forward and it can throw you off balance. It can be a little bit overwhelming, right? And also people like can use this energy of feeling the change, of feeling, overwhelmed or wondering, what's going on. And they can try to use that against you. And this is, with the 7 of Wands right here, where it's like attack. And this isn't the energy of like, I have to be on guard because that raises, our cortisol levels and our nervous system. It makes everything crazy. It's like, I don't have to constantly be on guard. What I'm seeing is I stand my ground for what I believe in, right? And I let the waters wash away everything else. And I stand firm in the energy and the power that is me. And that is what you're doing, Virgo. Quiet, beautiful strength is your touchstone. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Have a blessed Neptune retrograde. I love you all. Bye.